Okay guys, what is going on? Today we are going to be going over the top 10 cards that only appeared once in Supercard. Now, this list could go on forever because there's tons of cards that have only made one appearance in the game. But I, along with a couple honorable mentions at the end, have picked what I see as the 10 best cards that have only appeared once. And now these are cards that I personally had forgotten about. Like, I forgot they were even in the game. When I was doing research for this video, I shocked myself at how little cards I knew from like Season 1 fusions and things of that sort. You'll see that's kind of a recurring thing in these. A lot of these are from like Season 1 fusions. But with that being said, I guess let's go ahead and get straight into it. So coming in at number 10 is Akira Tazawa. Now, Akira Tazawa made his first and last appearance in SummerSlam 17 tier, which is kind of funny thinking about it because that's been 2 years of SummerSlams, almost 3 years off. So it's almost been 3 years since this card was brought into the game, and then he was released by the company shortly after that, or he was kind of in the back, but he wasn't even really a mid-carder. He kind of went to 205 Live for a little bit, but didn't really do much. So yeah, that was his last appearance, and I guess they just never brought him back before he got released. Now coming in at number 9, I have Classy Freddie Blassie. Now he was a Hall of Fame card in WrestleMania 34 tier, and WrestleMania 36 tier is almost coming up, so you do the math. That has been 2 WrestleMania tiers almost since this card was released. And obviously Freddie Blassie is a manager card that's frequent in the game across many tiers, but as far as an actual playable card, he's only had one, and it was that. And now coming in at the number 8, we have, I'm probably going to butcher this, but Erwin Shyster, Mr. IRS himself, I think is what his thing was. I don't know, people. I didn't watch wrestling back then. Anybody that actually knows how to pronounce that, please tell me in the comments. Like, just, I need to know. Okay. But, so he was released with the throwbacks in Legendary Season 2. This is actually a card that I do have, or I don't have it anymore, but it's in my catalog. I do have this image and this card. If they do ever decide to release another of him, I'll have that image to put on the card. But, yeah, enough said, that's our number 8. Now, coming in at number 7, we have Harley Race, part of the Season 1 fusions. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's been in the game in other forms. I think. I'm pretty sure he was a manager card at one point. I could be wrong. But yeah, Harley Race surprisingly only has one card because he's one of the legends of the industry. I guess there just wasn't that many pictures or possible renders to put on cards of him. And I would say that's probably the reason we haven't actually gotten another Harley Race card since Season 1. But yeah, that's our number 7. Coming in at number 6, it's Greg Valentine. Greg Valentine was also part of the Season 1 fusions as an epic card. Or was he part of it? I believe he was actually a throwback card, my bad. So, Greg the Hammer Valentine, throwback card from Season 1. I think I've been actually mistaken in saying all of these are fusions when they're really throwback cards. I'm sorry, people. I'm not very familiar with these cards. That's how, like, rare and just out there they are because they've only been in the game once. Okay, but coming in at our number 5 spot at the halfway point, we have Earthquake, which was another throwback card in Season 1, but this time ultra rare tier. Now, you could say I could have flipped the order on these, but this whole section of cards is very similar tier and card type base, so I kind of kept it around the same ranking. So just say number 5, 4, and 3, and even possibly 6 are kind of in the same category, but just work with me here. Coming in at number 4, we have Dean Malenko. Now, I could have swore this is one that kind of shocked me, because I could have swore Dean Malenko has had more than one card, because I could have swore I had seen his card somewhere else, like I think Cataclysm Fusions, but I guess I didn't, because from the card catalog, he's only had one card, and it was another Season 1 Ultra Rare throwback, which is pretty crazy to me. Kind of shocked me. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have Arn Anderson. Now, this card, I knew this was in the game, but I honestly kind of forgot about it. And this is another Ultra Rare Season 1 throwback card, if I'm thinking correctly. Yeah, so I, of course, don't have any of these last few cards I've said. Not many people do. Even people that frequently played in Season 1, not many people bought packs back then. So these cards are among some of the most rare cards as well, not just only one appearance. Now, this one is my personal favorite on the whole list, but we have Local Talent. Now, you could argue that this card was never actually in the game because of the fact that Braun Strowman ended up winning the PCC. And of course, I'm referring to PCC Season 2 for anybody that's a newer player. It's funny because I actually played in this PCC. And obviously the way people got this image was from doing the glitch that was implemented in the beginning of Season 3, where people kind of data mined some images and things like that. But technically this card, my bad guys, this card was in the game as a Season 2 SummerSlam tier event card, even though it didn't win the PCC. But it's still in the catalog, and it's actually been in the game and popularized, of course, as the champion of SuperZomgBBQ or JB. So yeah, that's number 2. And coming in at the big number 1 spot, this is one that most people probably forgot ever existed in the game, including myself, of course. And that is Cowboy Bob Orton. Now, why did I forget this card existed? Well, it's because it's another throwback from Season 1 in Epic tier. And the reason I put this in number 1 is that I think it's pretty cool that they gave Bob Orton a card. I honestly did not think he was in the game. When I was doing research for this, I knew Arn Anderson was in the game, and I knew that Harley Race had a card, and some of these on the list I knew about, of course, because I have the cards. But Bob Orton is one of the ones that I've never seen before. I've actually never seen the image. I've never seen it as anybody's champion. So I'm assuming it's probably also a pretty rare image to have. And I feel like it'd be very sick if we could go back and get some of these images. But of course, they were Season 1 throwbacks and will never be brought back to the store. Okay guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm going to hit you with some honorable mentions. Coming in first is JBL. He was a Season 1 base ultra rare card. I actually did not know JBL was in the game. I knew Bradshaw, his other like kayfabe character Bradshaw was in the game, and I didn't know like 2010's JBL was in the game, so that's pretty cool. Another honorable mention is James Ellsworth from WrestleMania 33 tier. Yeah, WrestleMania 33. Pretty old card right there as well. I think it's pretty cool that he had a card because he kind of wasn't really even in the company for long. Ultra rare Season 1 throwback. I could have put this one on the list, but I don't really know who this is, really. So, I guess that's the main reason it kept me from putting it off the list. Nevertheless, is an honorable mention. Ken Shamrock is another one that I wanted to shout out. He had a WrestleMania 33 card, much like James Ellsworth, but for some reason, we've never got another Ken Shamrock card. I'm having a lot of mess-ups today, people. Excuse me. So, Ken Shamrock had a WrestleMania 33 card. I really wish we would have got more of him, because I feel like he's a really cool wrestler. One of my favorites from, like, the Attitude Era, but they never brought him back. So, I don't know. Speaking of the Attitude Era, our last honorable mention to finish out the video is Road Dogg, who had a Season 2 Survivor throwback card. I really don't understand why they haven't made more Road Dogg cards either. It doesn't really make sense to me, because there was multiple Billy Gunns, but not any Road Doggs. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. If you're watching this, I'm probably currently on a trip to Arkansas or Memphis or wherever I am right now. So I'm putting these videos out, top 10s. There might be some other ones that have came out before this, or maybe this one will come out first. I'm not sure. But I cannot wait to get back home and continue to make my regular scheduled content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.